Hey, so I was asked to make a video that I think is very important, a subject that I think is very important that should be found more on sites such as YouTube. I feel like our young adults are kind of left searching for some type of guidance. Not like we're trying to tell you what to do, or not like you need someone to tell you what step to go, where to go, why to go there. You just want to hear experience from someone who's speaking from their heart and who has a good mind on their shoulders, a little bit of level headed. And a lot of the garbage out there is rearing a lot of young adults down the wrong path. Um, Everything's so transparent now with social media. Everything's out there where you don't care what nobody say about you, or it's a lot of things that should be probably private is displayed because social media makes it the norm to be so open and crazy and wild. And yeah, let me tell you, when you're at a certain age, from 18, 21, when you get to 25, between that time span, that is the time where hormonally we're at a different point in life where we're just like, okay, we're leaving the nest. Mommy and daddy is still trying to treat us like a baby because they don't want to let us go, or some of them are kicking us out. Um, but we're at this time between 18, 21, 25 where we're vulnerable. And we think we know what we're talking about. We think we know where we're going. We think we know what we want in life. But deep down inside, we don't. We're kind of confused and we're afraid to admit it sometimes. Or we don't want to seem like the baby that mommy and daddy still calls us. So you try to buck up and say, I got this. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. And we're afraid to be vulnerable and say, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm making the right choices. If I were 18, I wish I would have had a mentor that was around my age. Right now I'm 35. And looking back, some of the choices I made was just to be spiteful, from what my parents were telling me, or I'm following the crowd because I grew up the shy girl. I grew up always being that um, example of a well-behaved child. So because of that, I was led into becoming a people pleaser. I became moldable in my own way of what I thought people wanted me to act to, like my behavior or the choices I made. I just kept doing what everyone else said I should do because I knew how to play the role of being a people pleaser. So I entered college after high school. I had a scholarship. I did everything. I went to college in Vegas, and you just kind of get caught up where you want to be hip and cool and grown, and then in reality, you don't have to do all that stuff. It's a facade. It is a mirage. All of the get like have fun, do things quick, live YOLO, all that stuff is all BS. And the generation of kids, girls, boys, young ladies, young men right now are starving for guidance from a younger person's perspective that is not going to scold them or make them feel a certain way for not bending to social standards. We live in a conformist society where everyone kind of just looks at what the next person is doing because that's what we know. Instinctively, we know how to emulate and copy. Sometimes you just gotta put some horse blinders on my screen timed out. You got to put some horse blinders on and just go for doing what you instinctively know what to do, what you enjoy to do. What's your passion? What do you like to do? Do you like to work with your hands? Do you like to read? Do you like to sing? Do you like to do math or computer? Just what do you like to do? Just so you know, this ain't the only thing you're going to be doing. I'm on my second career change right now. I started off doing sales and doing retail management. Then I went into spas and doing esthetician work, skincare, doing spa management. Now I work at a company where I actually manage land trusts. That's besides the point. I'm going to make a separate video about that because not enough young people or minorities know about what land trusts are, but I will get into that. So right now, I decided I'm going to go to law school. I was supposed to go to law school when I was 21, and I got overwhelmed with the idea of what I thought it meant I had to do or to be, or I felt stifled because it was what my dad wanted me to do, and I was like, oh, I was just so pressured, and I was like, I don't know, I want to be an anthropologist, I want to be an English major. Like, I was freaking out instead of just relaxing. And the question was, before I veer too far and make this video forever, but the question was, how do I'm worried about aging and independence, how to relax about age. I would say no one really relaxes ever about their age until they're really well into their elder years, because we have so much ambition and we're goal oriented as a species. We have things we want to do. I'm 35 now. Am I relaxed? I'd say yeah. I'm going to be more relaxed as I get older, because as you get older, you just kind of start to let things that bothered you before, they don't bother you anymore. You just get over petty stuff. So, what is making you anxious? What is making you feel as though you're worried? Why are you worried? What environment do you have around you that makes you feel as though you're panicking when there's nothing you can do? You are not in control of anything. That's the number one thing I've learned in life so far. You ain't in control of nothing. God is in control of your path, and you opening yourself to it by giving it all to God will leave you at peace. And that is where I found my peace today in this moment, is by giving all of my worries away. You give it away and then you can live, because if you try to control everything, you will be worried. You will age prematurely. You will find a gray hair or two prematurely. You will compare yourself to the next person, thinking that because you're this age and they're that age, that they're doing that and they're successful, that you should be doing this or doing something better. Conformity. Let it go. Let it go and do you. Only do you. We are all made separately. We all have different fingerprints. Nobody ain't supposed to be no dang on clone just to say that you are in with the people or you're keeping up with the society norms. Do you. Write yourself a journal. Write yourself on a sheet of paper. Write all the things you're afraid of. Put it in a circle. Write it all. This is my number one exercise I do just for letting things go physically. Sometimes we need something that will be tangible for us to see something change. I write on a sheet of paper all the things I'm afraid of. I used to be afraid of flying. I used to be afraid of dying. I used to be afraid of all these little things. I write it in a circle. Then I go outside over the barbecue pit just so I don't start a fire, and I burn it. And I say out loud, because your words have energy, and you say, I'm letting it all go. I let it go. Burn that paper. Just start with that first, and let's see how you feel. If it doesn't work right away, hit me up and we'll see what happens and what other things I can recommend, because I have tons of things for helping you get it sunk into your soul that you have to get comfortable of where you are in life, no matter what age. So I hope I've been helpful, and leave me some comments just so I can know what you guys think. All right. Find me on Instagram at iEarthy. Okay. Bye.